Hey programmers, Alvin here. Right now let's go over LeetCode number 145, the binary tree post-order traversal problem. In this problem we're going to be given a binary tree. What we want to do is return all of the binary tree values in an array following post-order evaluation. Post-order follows a particular pattern. It means that we need to process the left children and then the right children before we process ourselves. And this pattern applies recursively. So let's take a close look at how we can evaluate a post-order traversal. And again, the key is you process your left children, then your right children, and then finally you can process yourself. And so I'm going to use some abbreviations here. I'm going to use LRS, stand for left, then right, then self. And we're going to have to apply this pattern at every node recursively. So let's break down how this works. I'm going to start at the root node. From here, the first step is to go to the left. So now I'm at the B node. And then from here, because I'm applying this recursively, I go to the left again. So now I'm at the D node. At this point, I would want to go to the left even further, but D has no left child. So I'm actually done doing the left step for this D node. Now that the D node is done with the left step, I want to do the right step for the D node. D has no right child, so I'm automatically done with that right step. At this point, I'm ready to actually process the self for the D node. In other words, I can just add D into my output list here. At this point, I finished all three steps for this D node, so I can return up to the parent. So now I'm back at the B node. From the point of view of this B node, I actually finished processing all of its left, so that left step is done. Now I want to move to the right step. So now I go down to this E node. From here, I want to go left, but there's nothing there, so I'm done with that left step. And now I want to go to the right, but there is no right node, so I'm also done with that right step. Now from this E node, I can process itself. So I add E into my output list. I'm done with all three steps for this E node, so I return back up to the B. From the B's point of view, it just finished processing its entire right. So this is done. Now all I need to do is process B itself. So I add B into my output. B is done with all three steps. Now I'm back at the root node. From this root node A, I just finished processing its entire left subtree. So the left step is done. Now I want to head to the right. So now I'm at the C node. C has no left, so it's trivially complete. But now I want to go to the right of the C node. So I go down to the F node. F has no left child, so that's automatically done. F has no right child, so it's automatically done as well. So I could just process F itself. I add F into my output. F is done with all three steps, so I return back to its parent. Now I'm back at the C node. At this point, C has completed its entire right subtree, so the right step is done here. Now I can process C itself, so I add C into the output. C is now done with all three steps, so I return finally to the root node at A. A is done processing all of its right children, so now A is ready to just print out itself. So I add A into my final output. At this point, I've completed recursively this left, right, and self pattern for every node, and at the top you can see your post-order values. The key idea here is that you want to apply this pattern recursively, so I think the best way to solve this is using some recursive code. Let's take a look right now. So the first thing I would do here is create the list or array that I want to contain the result. I'm going to call it result. And I think the best way to solve this one is recursively. I'm actually going to branch off into a separate helper function here. And this function is going to be pretty simple. I'm just going to call it traverse. And it's going to just take in only the root node as well as the result list. So I'll just call it result. Great. And I'm going to perform the recursion in here. And so what I want to do is start to lay out the base case. So very classic binary tree base case here. I'm going to handle if my root is null. Or for me in Python, if root is none. So if root is none, then just return. There's nothing to do, right? But beyond that, if I want to actually traverse recursively, I'm going to call my function on the left child, pass along the result list, and also do the same for the right child. So recall that for your post-order traversal, right? That means process your left, then your right, and then yourself. And this order is going to be evident in how you actually do your recursive calls. So I go to the left, then I go to the right, and now here is where I'm ready to process myself. Processing yourself really just means add the node's value into the result. So here's where I add my root val into the result. So result.append root.val, right? And the order is really important. This would be your post-order traversal. So back in my main function here, I would just call self.traverse on the root node, and I'll pass along the result list. And that should, post-order traversal through the entire tree, adding stuff into the result, and then just be sure to return the result up here. So we'll give that a submission. And there we have it. In terms of your time complexity, this code would have an O of n runtime, where n is the number of nodes. That's really just because we're traversing through every node of the tree. What will happen is for every node of the tree, we're going to have a single recursive call. The space complexity here is going to be O of n as well, just coming from the recursive call stack we use, as well as the single result list that we create. If you think about it, the result list is going to have exactly n elements by the end. And in terms of the call stack, it's never going to get bigger than O of n as well. All right, I hope you found this post-order traversal tutorial useful. If you want to check out more data structures and algorithms with me, then consider hitting subscribe, and I'll see you next time.